The 7 deadly sins. I hate to bring up religion, but these sins truly can destroy your life. Lust, gluttony, greed, sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. By the way, just so you guys know, I am going to be starting up a new series called The 7 Deadly Sins. Every other week, I'm going to upload a video about one of the deadly sins. It just means habitual greed, or in one word, overconsumption. In particular, overconsumption of food, drinking, and overconsumption of items. Before we go any further, who invented the word gluttony? Well, according to Oxford University, gluttony derived from French literature. Now that we understand the history of this word, when did this word gluttony become most popular? Well, gluttony became most popular during the 1880s, and since then, the word has been on the decline. Perhaps this is because we as a people are less articulate than we used to be, or maybe this is because we live in a society where all we do is overconsume. If you think about it, it's not surprising that the word gluttony has begun to die over the past 100 years. Just look at recent American history. In the 1870s, the Industrial Revolution began, and 70 years later, it ended. Fast forward 84 years, World War I began, and then World War II in just 20 years. That is a ton of innovation and consumerism in such a short period of time. Fast forward to now, all we see are ads and people trying to get us to purchase stuff. So, how do we consume less? The simplest way to consume less is by adopting minimalist principles. When many of you think of minimalism, I'm sure this is what many of you begin to imagine. Or maybe you guys think of sleeping on the floor. But in reality, to be a modern-day minimalist is pretty simple. It's just by decluttering. Now, in the beginning of decluttering, it may be hard to let go of stuff that you've had for a long time, but it's pretty simple. Ask yourself this. Here's a little tip. Ask yourself, when's the last time I used this? If you haven't used it in a year, then chances are you probably don't need it. Now, unless it's a gun or something, then chances are, if you haven't used it in a year, I would hope that it's a good thing, because that means no one trying to mess with you. And if you want to make some money and at the same time declutter, I recommend using apps such as Let Go, which is pretty simple. Literally all you do is download it on your phone. It's on the Play Store and App Store. It's called Let Go, and literally all you do is download it, and after that you take a picture of whatever you don't want, and then after that you just wait for the magic to happen. Avoid overconsumption of drinking. To be specific, avoid overconsumption of any alcoholic beverage, any sugary beverage, or any beverage high in caffeine. And just a nice rule to go by life in is always remember, too much of anything can be harmful. You open the door, you smell rotten Chinese food from a week ago. Ladies and gentlemen, that is overconsumption. My definition of overconsumption is just simply having more than you need. Fun fact, the average American family spends $2,000 a year on wasted food. Imagine what you could have done with that $2,000 if you never spent it on trash. Now, some of you may be wondering, why is overconsumption of food bad? Well, number one, overconsumption of food forces your body to work harder to digest your food. And if you overeat too much, too frequently, it can result in weight gain and possibly obesity. And not to mention, it can make it gassy. No, I'm not telling you to starve yourself. I'm just saying eat till you're 80 to 90% full. And don't buy too much food. But at the same time, make sure that you're not starving. So just a little recommendation is, before you go to the grocery store, write down a shopping list. So before we roll the outro, I would just like to announce I'm going to be adding something new to the channel called Book of the Episode. And today's Book of the Episode is Essentialism. This book has really helped me make today's video. And if you guys are interested in reading the book or getting the audio book, I will have the link in the description. Essentialism, written by Greg McCollum. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate your support. I know I say that in every single video, so when I say it, it might start to depreciate, but hey, it's the truth. I really do appreciate your support. And yeah, I can be located on Instagram and Twitter. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Love you guys, and peace.